Welcome back, everybody, to Danganronpa. We are investigating now for the fifth trial. This fifth trial of Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm Brendan, that's Connor. Here we go.
Huh?
We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. If you're forgetting from last time, we learned that everything that's happened in this game has been broadcast on live TV. I don't understand any of this. What's Despair Entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. Thank you, Byakuya. F you. I mean, screw you. Brendan, bleep that out. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What? What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikasama was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. Okay, if Monokuma is still alive and active. That means the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility.
What?
Huh. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible! Because I don't know anything about her yet! I don't even know who she really is! Telling it like this? I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. Reach out to the truth, like in Persona 4 Golden. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But if we're gonna have a class trial, that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Huh, but you just said... I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Ah, man.
What the
Well, I better
hell?
start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. Just showing it again. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Nice. Monokuma file is here. What do you think, Connor?
Dude,
It's really Kyoko?
no.
Alright.
I just know it can't be Kyoko. Like, that's obviously gonna be a twist sometime later that she's just like, oh, hey, I was getting pizza.
Yeah, maybe. I guess we'll find out. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that might be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do.
5 chickens.
Oh. 5. Okay. Well, I guess let's look at the body first. Since we're here. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Okay.
I looked at her hand. It just doesn't seem like Kyoko's hand.
I mean, she was wearing gloves all the time, so do we really know?
I guess. I mean, you keep wanting to... You're trying to... You're trying to trick me here. And being like, oh, well, she was wearing gloves, so maybe we don't know. But fucking... No, it can't be.
I guess that's fair.
She's always
There's
on the
something weird about this
friggin'...
body.
She's always walking around. Not
Yeah.
dying.
That's fair.
They've
There's something weird about
thought
this-
she was dead like 6 times, I feel.
True. She's Schrodinger's Kyoko. There's something weird about this body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. Ugh, hyper-realistic picture of a hand. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails have been added to the truth votes. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand. Okay.
It looks like an emblem of
Let's
some
look up
sort.
here. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Wet. Oh, right, I threw a bucket of water on it. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it.
Right, that was
I
on
always do-
me.
Yeah, right, I forgot that I threw this bucket of water on it. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Right. Exploded body analysis. Yes. This? The stab wound? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Okay. So then this, perhaps? The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? What else am I supposed to be looking at? Something weird about we already did this. Skip. No! Okay, well, step away from the dead body, yes. We looked at everything. Okay. What about this? This red object? These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really
Perhaps
be sure,
a bomb.
I feel like I've seen something like it before. Maybe that big cartoon bomb that we found inside Monokuma. But where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body, but now I get the truth below. Okay. We've got a knife over here. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the dead body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this is knife. Looks really familiar. Yeah. Wait, is this? It's the one that was in your room, Makoto. That's it! It's the knife the person was holding! Okay. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences.
Yeah, this is getting
Yeah,
really
it's-
weird.
It's super weird. I wonder why. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife.
It was pretty normal before I saw this knife that I recognized.
Yeah, I know, that's...
But now
everything
this
about
is
super
getting
normal.
odd.
It's just a person that was exploded who's wearing a luchador mask. That was the same knife used to stab that same mask attacker found here. Alright, whatever. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when
Oh
they
my
attacked, I was in a
god!
kind of trance.
They keep
Maybe I reacted by
fucking
grabbing a
going
knife.
back to this picture.
I know. Maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Oh boy. You think that Makoto was the one that stabbed her?
No.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? Huh?
Wait,
4?
what?
What's going on, Makoto?
No
Oh, I'm glad you're
way.
here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
Oh
Of
my
course, there were
God,
precisely 5.
not this
5.
again.
5. 5. Yeah, right? Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Oh! That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night. There were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of these chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop chickens.
I would assume so.
Okay. Well, I guess we should go to the tool shed, right? I don't need to
Yeah.
talk to any of these fucks, do I? I don't think I do. Not yet, at least. Just to be sure, I should take a look inside the tool shed.
None of these fucks.
The room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is that a tarp? Holy fuck, it's a tarp! Was there a tarp in here before?
Pretty
probably look into
stereotypical tool shed. Wait, tarp?
Is that a tarp?
That's not part of a stereotypical tool shed.
Who the fuck would put, what kind of a madman would put a tarp in a tool shed? Tarp in a tool shed is the name of my ska band. I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Alright. I guess I should probably look at the tarp, right?
I think so.
The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. Once a tarp is wet and dirty, just how I like it, something about that bothers me. That's one thing in here that concerns me. Really? Nothing else? Okay. Well, I guess I can probably leave. Yep.
Yeah, everything else looks the same.
Alright. Well, let's talk to you. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. Reaction! What do you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious this murder took place after nighttime? How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden in the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here. So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko kept saying really weird shit. She kept opening her door and going blah, 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 blah. We stopped by your room as well, but you never came to the door. So where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep, I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account has been added. Okay. Let's talk to Aoi.
Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up?
If I remember right, he was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the air around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, but for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground with it.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked.
Okay, well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too. Fuck off.
Okay.
Just talk to Hiro. There we go. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and... Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual. I headed to the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina right around 7:30. Headed to the gym while everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? 9 o'clock. Yeah. That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Oh, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Okay. What do we got right here?
We didn't talk to Toko yet.
I wouldn't like to. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers would have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Sprinklers. I just, like, wooed my way through that, and I don't know why. Okay. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found from before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm it. Confirm my suspicions. I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Well, also Kyoko who attacked me last night. I'm gonna guess no. If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. The key to her room. Byakuya has it. Yeah, that's right. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Okay. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Jesus Christ.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should go look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Ooh, push your bets. Connor, what area do you think it is? Should we talk to Toko? No.
I'm trying to think of where that needed to go, but I don't remember. Looks like the bottom of a picture frame. The corner of a picture frame.
Here we go.
There's the art room.
There it is. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here. Yep, I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed on every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it. That fragment I found in the garden. Mm-hmm. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All this. It's a piece of the bomb from Monokuma.
But it's red.
Yeah, there was a red panel on it.
I don't know.
Okay, time to go to Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Whee! Time to
That was it.
light speed my way back. That was it. Just had to look at that. Hey, Byakuya. Hey,
They said to come back later. It's been 2 minutes.
It's been like 30 seconds. Think you can go soon, Byakuya? You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Yay! Oh, wait for me! Byakuya walked out without a second glance, and I hurried off to the dorms. Oh, okay, I guess I have to. They were just fucking standing here, huh? Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then, click. And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Cool. I'm going into a girl's room! Oh my god!
Wait a minute.
So
this is just
Kyoto.
my room, but for a girl.
What the hell? Okay. Ooh, what the fuck is this? A big puzzle piece. Something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. Okay. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Me neither, man. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Okay. Let's look at Kyoko's bed.
Does
Use
she
her
have
bed.
a pink pillow?
Yeah, she does. Wow. Didn't we have a pink pillow too?
I don't remember.
Or no, Sayaka did in her room. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned.
Did they give the boys blue pillows and the girls pink pillows?
I think they did. Is there anything else here of note? I don't think so. There's the bathroom? There's the bathroom. She might have had certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's why we
Did we
can't
talk
check
to
the
Bianca?
bathroom.
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it that you're looking for? Nothing in particular, just thought we might find something kind of clue here. Because it might help us understand Kyoko. You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Funky, yeah, concrete. Oh, I know. Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this? If something ever happens to her, right, she gave us a letter. I'm sure I have it in here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She says something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. Open the envelope and took a look inside. There's a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
Whoa.
Oh, my favorite album from Ninja Sex Party.
Close.
Almost. That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Okay.
Are you fucking... Come on, guys.
Yeah. Would something be like that? Something be hidden under the bed sheets? Pardon me, I didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Huh? Class 78 student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba? It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. That's right. She was mad. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Made an effort to pull myself together and look down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Well, that's weird.
Is Kyoko maybe
soldier.
the ultimate soldier and just under a different name?
Ooh, interesting.
That's my thought.
Could be. Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction, the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That's how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then, I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... wow, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit of a player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Oh, it's you.
I'm becoming a bit of a player.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a player. Uh-oh, you found a profile? So what did we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And here, in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Okami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. A rule violation's really so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and to order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When you... Is he saying this out loud? Hold on. Nope. I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? There must be some misunderstanding. Are you saying? That's right. I'm Phil Collins. There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then. Oh my god.
The 16th student, located somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair.
Yeah.
Watch out for her.
Damn.
The ultimate despair. 16th student Mukuro Ikusaba, she's part of the school life, so the one making all the regulations is... Huh? Why? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Makes sense? Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously? You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover up a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, now that's all. Now that's all you get. Good lord. All right. Monoguma's account. Great. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears the gloves to hide the scars, which means
It's
fake
not
nails on the corpse.
Kyoko.
Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Forget about her. Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap? God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Jesus. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro was the one creating the rules to this game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro was connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case? Perhaps she's the one that killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think?
Yes.
In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro the Ultimate Despair was the Mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the Mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. If that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected. Well, are you coming?
All right.
All right.
Jesus.
Well, hold on.
Christmas. What?
Well, let's just finish this section and then we'll be at the trial.
You know what's gonna happen.
I know, it's fine. We got it. Don't worry, I think. All right, well, we can come back to this next time and finish up this section and start the trial.
I think we should do that because my body is shutting down on me.
Okay. Thanks so much for watching. We're gonna finish this game. We're gonna finish it soon. That is the plan. That's who I am. That is my plan. Bet on it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Smash the like button. Punch that bell. And we'll catch you on the flippy dip.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.